Hey everybody, I'm Ahdoom and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. Today I find myself back in the need for deeds, indeedly-deedly-do, and to make that happen I'm going to go on a medium level champion quest for a Blasphemous vial, some deeds, and a nice chunk of change. Now this Blasphemous vial is insanely OP, one would even call it blasphemously OP on the Plague Doctors, and I'm really keen to pick up this particular trinket. But again, at this stage we've got a couple of boss bashes that we could pick up, both the Unstable Flesh and the Brigand 12-pounder. I've got a few guys though in the Sanitarium getting cured of quirks and having diseases removed, so I'm going to wait until next game before I do that. In the meantime, we have a group of Leper, a Crusader, a Jester, and a Vestal, which classifies as the King's Court. Trinkets are already applied, and it's time for us to provision up. We're going to bring along 2 medicinal herbs, 2 holy waters, 2 keys, 2 shovels, torch, and a half. You guys have seen this all before, so let's get stuck in. So much fun making these videos. It's a really relaxing game. It's a really good game to chill. I'd probably be live casting this if I could, but unfortunately my internet connection down in Australia is not absolutely amazing, which means that too many frames are dropped, and it makes for a bad viewing experience. So instead I'll keep capturing these things and playing on. As always, if you guys do like this, I'd love it if you could like these videos and subscribe to the channel. Should be putting out videos pretty consistently for some time, and if you have any feedback or input for me, I'd love to hear from you. Please drop me a comment down below. First cure of the game is going to be a small change stack. Could be called potentially a money purse for a medium based map. This one's actually fairly long, but it's linear, so there are no shortcuts or cheats that we can use to get through this any faster. No scouts as yet, which is a little bit disappointing, but it is early game and it is champion. First round up comes with an infamous Fusilier who does some pretty substantial party damage, and a few debuffs as well, which are a little bit concerning, so I'm definitely going to need to be focusing on party heals and party buffs as this gets started. These guys have practically got the jump on me, and we've already taken some pretty substantial damage to start things off. Now what I can try and do is hope to golly that we'll get an insta-kill, which is pretty much guaranteed not to happen at this stage, so we'll get some damage started on the front row, and it's a dodge. Oh, not starting well. Alright, party buff and a party heal, 4s all round. Not bad, not amazing, no complaints by any measure, and little we can do with these guys aside from, again, nice critical for 22, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill at this stage. Slice and dice drops with a dodge and a bit of damage going through. Might need to look at a buff or a self-heal on the Leper, who's taken some pretty substantial hits. We'll do another party buff though, because again I need to get my speed up on these guys. Chop could be an option, Intimidate could be an option. I've got a minimum 3 damage there, so I'm going to guess this is my best bet. 6 damage drops, the first cutthroat dies, and I've got less damage and accuracy to worry about next turn around. I'm going to drop a focused heal, probably on the Leper for the moment, and that's 12 up, which is absolutely fantastic. He's pretty much topped off, and we'll get a bit of damage done here. Oh, did I say a bit of damage? I meant an epic critical. God damn. Blanket Fire is pretty much dodged all around, aside from the Leper, who's going to be surviving somehow. That said though, this damage is creeping through pretty steadily, and the lack of a riposte in this party is, I don't know if it's holding me back or not, but I'm not loving it. Stress levels are pretty manageable, so I'll drop yet another party buff and keep on keeping on. Time to chop down on this Fusilier, and it has a chance to insta-kill him, and it does. Glorious, glorious, glorious times. We'll probably drop a focus heal now on the Crusader, who only picks up 9, but that's fine. We can live with that. Unfortunately, I can't do much in the way of actually getting some active damage down range, so we'll have to, well, can't even kill the corpses because we're in champion mode now, and the game is real. Taking some actually serious damage is winnowing me down a bit, and I'm getting a little bit concerned, and there's not a great deal that I can do beyond taking care of this corpse line with the Leper. Concerned about what I should be taking care of with the Vestal, but I could either drop a buff, which I don't think is going to be necessary, but a couple of hits still to come. That stun resist, though, is pretty massive. Want to make sure I'm keeping the jump on these guys, but also that Vestal stress is going to snowball if I don't do something about it early and often. That buff goes through, and I don't have anything that even approaches the stun. We'll try and get some damage done on the Hunter, though. He is super high level, and rather than taking a chance on the stun, I'm going to be be doing a party heal, which gets the Jester all the way up. Oh, 6 damage. Not too much, and nothing to be worried about at this stage by any measure. Another party buff to make sure we get the crits we need to wrap this up right now. I'm going to drop another party heal as well, because I have the chance to faff ever so slightly, getting us close to topped off, and chop for the kill. Chop for the kill. Nice gold. Couple of crests, which are coming in handy because I am spending them now on various things. Stacks contents are mine, and again it's another batch of small change. Jump into this room here and see what we have to deal with. Okay, corrosive ectoplasms, but we get the surprise. And getting the jump on these guys makes all the world of difference. Now, no chance for a kill here. I could try and make sure that I've got my crits maxed up, and I think that's not a bad call. Because if we get a free turn, we should use a free turn to do the most good to our party. Chance for an insta-kill here. Not quite enough though for it to stick. Could look at finishing things off with the Vestal, and I don't mind if I do. That crit takes care of the corpse, but it's not going to stop these guys from multiplying. That said, if I can make sure that there's only one of them left, I'm less threatened by multiplication. Cytokinesis, crit for 3, and these guys do multiply ever so slightly. Still workable though, still very workable. Get some damage. 13 damage is a crit. You see, the chance these guys to bleed is a number approaching 0, but I will yet again either focus on a party heal, a focused heal, or guaranteeing the kill. And I think guaranteeing the kill is a remote chance. I can guarantee. No, I can't guarantee it, but I'll take the chance, and the chance pays off. 3 damage is what I needed, and it's exactly what I got. Oh, and we wrap this up handily. Okay, so we're very much leaving this battle in a better place than we started across the board. Traveler's Tent and Occupant's Fate was revealed, giving me a small amount of stress. Trap wasn't scattered, unfortunately, and it was unseen, but it's just stun damage and a resisted blight. Man, things are really on a different level of seriousness here. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be needing to do a lot of healing, but given this is a longer map, I'm not averse to picking up some free food. Yep, I'll take that stack right now, because I'm guessing I'm going to have some pretty gnarly food checks to have to deal with. Let's check what's behind door number 1. It is an empty room, so let us press onwards bravely as we go. Free stack up now that that torch is burnt through, and a bit more food for us to use. Gonna have a quick nosh, because it's not going to be significant. That trap though, bit more stress. Resisted the blight though, and traps become less and less of an issue for everything other than stress as things progress through. But let's see how we do. Another empty room, but we get a scout this time around, which is going to be hugely important. Given the length of this dungeon, I'm getting a bit concerned that, well, I'm not going to use a shovel there, that's for darn certain, but let's check out disease resistances. What do we have here? 45, 30, and 20. Let's take a chance on the Crusader. Yep, alright, that didn't pay off. We should leave us alone without a shovel, but again, we did not take the disease debuff, so I'm kind of comfortable. I'm definitely running shy on torches here. Things are going to get really scary and really stressy really fast. This dungeon may not pay off, but again, I wanted that Plague Doctor's trinket. It is blasphemously good. I also want deeds, and so this is the best way I can think of to get them. Pack loot gives me a little bit of everything, and again, I could choose to eat some of that food, or I could leave it be. Definitely going to have to burn another torch. We're down to 5, and this is getting slightly concerning, because we're going to be run out. We're going to run out by about probably here or here. So really don't have much left in this. We'll go up to Radiant though as we enter this room. We're probably certain it's going to be empty, but there's no reason not to play things safe. Stash heirlooms in the crate, and there are some deeds that I could very well need. First hunger check, and that's completely fine. We've got plenty of food to go around. Torch up as we enter an unscattered room. And we're clear. Get the scout though, and we'll see what we have to face up with. Not many room battles as yet, which means that concerned that this last hole here is going to be just deathly. We do have 1 stack of firewood though, so camping up could get us to a higher torch level if we want to take the chance of going dark now. This mummified remains, what do we need to purify that? Is it going to be a again, let's quickly check back in with Karamazula's cheat sheet. Mummified remains, we need to have bandages for treasure, and by a fluke of the game, we actually have bandages to pick up a full stack of gold. Very nice. That 1700 is going to see me well. We're just barely on Radiant, so we'll see. Again, I think this room was scouted. Yes, it was. Get another scout, which is fantastic. No traps as yet. An empty room and another empty room. Wow, this is a really long but empty dungeon. We've been kept in good straits with the Corridor Curioso. Let's drop a key here and see how we do. Not everything stacks at all, but we can start to make some prudent choices. Those portraits and busts are pretty important. I think it's the busts that I need to focus on, though, and again, it's a slightly larger stack, so we can leave that food behind. Our torch isn't looking amazing, so we may as well just use it.
The match is struck.
And
a blazing star is born.
Portraits. What are portraits for? Let's keep some portraits. Crests, we already have a full stack. We can probably think about leaving some food behind really soon, but I'm comfortable with leaving these as they are. Another hunger check comes through, and that's completely fine. We're so overstocked in food. It is slightly loco. I thought I'd be taking more hunger checks than this, but they could be coming through thick and fast as we carry on. Words in. Don't want to actually waste anything on that curio, because as I just said a few seconds ago, we are fine for food. And I'm going to be pressing on without torch up to this room, where I'll probably camp to give ourselves the boost. Just want to make sure that we're playing as safely as we can. We don't be taking too much stress. It's a good dodge on a trap that was not scouted. And again, we have eyes on a curio that we don't want. Please don't do that. Nothing left to offer, that's fine. Couldn't get there in time, unfortunately. And let's get into this room and see what we have to deal with. Shadowy is concerning, but things are looking fine. Corridor battle coming up, and a rune battle coming up, and then another one. We will take the opportunity to camp and de-stress, because if we're not getting the rune battles, we're not getting the chance to use the Jester's abilities to take care of stress levels. Let's have a look, see, negative 15. That's not bad. But do I have a... Yeah, I do. Okay, that's 39. That's... Yep, take care of that right there. Party, negative 15. And, yep. Self only. That's actually not bad given where our stress is, so I will take that ability. And let's have a quick think-see. What do we want to do? All party stress, negative 15. One party. Yep. There we go. 3 left. Party chance reduced, not too fussed there. 1 companion though, that's going to take up the last of things. We might get ambushed, but I want to get a higher accuracy and crit on my heavy hitting leper. And let's see if we get ambushed. Yep, healthy and mentally steeled for this challenge. I certainly hope so. Definitely not going to go hungry. And no ambush. No ambience. Goodness, no. This game has plenty of ambience. Got a 45% chance to resist disease on the Crusader, so we'll take a chance on the... And we resisted it, which is fine, as long as we're playing the game by the numbers and not taking any undue risks. We'll make it through this champion dungeon intact and happy. Crawler, a giant, and a crone. Do hate giants. You've heard me say this probably 100 times before. I loathe giants, and given that giants are absolute damage soaks, 144 hit points. Corrupted giants, Jesus, we need to do a party buff. Could probably start the pain train for damage, but he's going to occupy both slots of the bleed, and it may not be worth my while. On stuns, I'm going to take the chance of getting one on the crawler. It's too much of a forlorn hope on the giant, but let's try and see if this takes. It does. Fantastic. And our light is back up to Radiant, which is just fine. We've denied them a turn, and we've got to be happy with that. The question really comes down to whether or not we focus down on the giant, which we can start doing some serious damage, but it will take some time to wear him down, whether we focus our attention on the crawler. Crawler, I should say. I'm going to get these hits started on the giant, because he has some very gnarly abilities. Only do 10 damage, though, which is a little bit disappointing. So what I'm going to do is drop a Intimidate here, because debuffs are going to be worth their weight in hit points for sure. Confusion Spores, we're going to take a shuffle here, and that's going to mess some things around. But we have an advancing attack that is available with the Crusader, which means we can get out of this particular predicament relatively easily. Another party buff, because I need these criticals to start dropping really soon now. Another chop down on the giant. This time we get 24, which is a much better strike. Can look at a party heal, and I think I will because I need a turn to burn. And let's do a Holy Lances in advance. We can probably get some back row damage, but our chances to actually get any follow-ups on the Crone are limited. That said, removing their ability to... Oh! Beautiful critical hit! Alright, sometimes it's worth taking risks, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's worth playing the numbers game. That smackdown takes me out for 26 damage, which is almost half of my life. Pretty substantial stuff by all means, but let's keep going with the party buffs on the Jester. Not worried about stress just this particular moment. Definitely need to get some crits in play. And let's do a focused heal in place on the Leper. Only 9 up, but 9 up is better than nothing at all. 29 crit on the Giant, which is fantastic, and stress goes down across the party. Follow up with another chop. Bang! Crit for 45. These party buffs are fantastic when you're facing high hit point opponents. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to say they're absolutely necessary. Dodge on the Leper. Smackdown comes in again. 57 damage! And he's on death's door. Okay, need to spend the next turn absolutely self-healing him. This is getting serious. Let's, again, drop the party buff because one has expired. We need these crits to come through, and we need a crit for a Divine Grace. Only a 9, though. It's only a 9, and I'm getting worried. He's off death's door, but this is not playing in my favor. I could do another battle heal on him, but I need to start getting some more damage on that Giant. Only 10 hit points go down. Let's do a focused heal on myself. 12 hit points up, and we're clear of death's door, but Confusion Spores could throw everything out of whack completely. Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, it does. Alright, Groping Swing for 9 damage on the Jester. We're going to have some real problems, but at least he resists that damage. Move back and put the Crusader in first position to hopefully get ready for the Pain Train from the Giant. Focus heal on the Leper and only 9 damage. I've got to have a look at these. I've got to have a look at these trinkets because I'm not getting the damage that I think that I need to get this game working for me. Another smite on the back row Giant, and thank God it's a crit for 29. No more epic strikes, and I'm in a place now where I've got to be focusing on faffing. I'm going to take the damage, I'm going to take the damage, I'm going to take the damage, and I don't care. It's completely fine. We're just going to have to find ways of wasting turns, and I don't think we're going to have trouble doing that. Epic crit heal of 14. That was fantastic. Let's look at who else needs some help. Again, let's keep things going on the Leper, who's got a lot of hit points to recover still to make things work out for him. Solemnity, 412. There we go, and he's fully topped up again. That Death's Door debuff is going to be a problem. Groping Swing for 8 damage. Not concerned at all because we did not take the blight damage. I'm going to look at doing a de-stress on the Jester. Don't need to get any more buffs at this stage. It's just a slow bash down on the Fungal Crawler. Going to rely on the Vestal from here on out for heals. 6 damage done on the Fungal Crawler, down to 30 out of quite a lot of hit points, to be honest. 12 up on the Jester, and he's completely fine. Let's drop a chop for 22, and I think this guy has one more turn left in him, and stress on the Leper is going down. 9 damage, though, on the Crusader, and Blight has taken 3 damage, 3 turns. That's 9 all up, which is going to put us down to 41 as things mop up. Going to do a self-heal in that case, because I want to have a turn with the Vestal to try and boost up my Crusader so he's in better straits. Alternatively, I can self-heal here for 8, going up. Nicely done, and we will look at who's carrying the largest burden of stress. It's the Leper, so let's buff him up again, and that stress reduction is going to be incredibly useful. Go for the stun. Go for the stun. Get our torches up, because we don't have any left, and that stun did take. Fantastic. We have the initiative back again, which is exactly what we need, and reinforcements. Yeah, that's the risk of faffing. If you faff for too long, you get what you have coming to you. Okay, stress across the board for the party, just 12 and a 10 there, so nothing to be too worried about. Could look at a party buff, which might be necessary here, but instead I'm going to focus on the stress on the Jester. Let's get focused and take care of business here. That Crawler needs to die, and dies. And now it's time for that Ghoul to get his just desserts. Again, somewhat concerning. Somewhat concerning. I don't normally play things out for long enough, for so long. Crit for 22, very nice. I don't normally faff for so long I get punished with reinforcements, but this time I did, and that's a crit for 24, and 20 bleed damage coming through. It's going to be self-heals from start to finish on this guy from now on in. Let's de-stress the Vestal. Again, we're all on 1 bar, and 1 bar by good measure. Let's again do a Solemnity to boost up our hit points, finish things through with the Vestal, and he's close to, well, he's still got another 16 damage to come through. Smite down on the Insatiable Ghoul, and he's back to doing more damage to us. That Skull Toss, though, only 9 damage, thank goodness. Bit of stress, but not concerned in the least because that stun didn't come through. Let's drop a heal on the Jester to make up for that damage, and he's back to full. Oh my gosh, things are getting a little bit exciting now. Not going to worry about that stress level. We'll drop a bit of bleed on the Ghoul, though, just to make sure things are progressing towards their desirable end. And a dodge at an unfortunate time. I'm going to do another self-heal. I don't care. Bleeds that high are a real problem for me. I'm not carrying any bandages, unfortunately, so we've got to make the best of a bad situation. We could look at a party heal. We could take a chance for a stun, which is really remote. We could just try and get some damage down range. That's 7 down. Correct whatever's left in that heal pot for the Vestal, and another dodge. This guy is double dodging all over the place. That said, he will be dead in a couple of turns. Skull Toss does do 10 damage and a bit of stress, but it's resisted. It's resisted. Let's just go for the kill, and it's done. Still have 12 damage to come on bleed, but I've got plenty of food to try and compensate for it. In fact, I'm going to have a little bit of a nosh right now. Drop in those portraits, and we are done with this dungeon. That said, we know there's more to come, and we're not afraid to... Oh, that Blight is only for 6 damage, though. Alright, things aren't exactly fantastic, but we want to make sure we're getting every opportunity to get the loots. Our Torchlight is going down alarmingly, as are our hit points, but everything that is gonna happen has happened now. My goodness, sorry for that cough. Definitely starting the party buff. We need to get some crits to take out this Bloodletter. Only 72 hit points, not as tanky as that giant that we just killed, but we need to make sure that we're staying on point. Oh, pretty structured and strong damage coming through from that Cutthroat, and we need to do something about this Bloodletter. So let's start taking down his hit points. 14 damage, best of all available options. That point blank shot is only going to do 8 damage, which I'm massively grateful for, and no move. Going to drop a party heal at this stage because it's going to be the more efficient way of racking up the hit points for the moment. Again, drop a little bit more front row damage on the infamous Bloodletter. Things are not looking incredibly strong, but the more we party buff, the more epic our crits will become. Another chop in place, 22 damage, looking much better now. That Blanket Fire is going to do party-wide damage, but with 1 dodge. Might start focusing on self-healing with that Leper, but before we do, let's give him a heal of 10. Fantastic. Back up to 35. Get a smite down. 15 damage, and this Bloodletter has maybe 1 more turn left in him. Shank on the back row is dodged. Fantastic. Rain of Whips, though, might deal me some pretty nasty bleeds. Let's see how that comes out. Alright, bleed for 9, and a bleed for 9, and a bleed for 9. We're going to have some problems, but we have party heals to help us deal with those problems. Beautifully, beautifully, and lovely done. Resisted bleed is 65 on both of these guys, though, which is somewhat of a problem. Not sure this is going to be a meaningful attack, so we'll keep the party buffs going. Might start focusing on stress levels now because the Vestal is on 3 bars, but let's get that first Divine Comfort rolling. 5s all round. Fantastic. That's going to compensate for the bleed damage we're taking. Now all I have to do is worry about the damage from the enemies themselves. Crit for 29, which shuffles forward everyone into the position that I need them to be in to start dying. Let's get those hits down. Crit for 37. Fantastic. A lot less stress going around in the party. That Shank, though, could do me some serious damage. 12 damage plus a bleed. We've got 6 bleeds for 3 turns, which is a huge issue, but we've got the game under control now. We don't have to progress past this point. We just need to make sure that we're going to be doing it the best by everyone. Self-heal up to 12 hit points because it's kind of close to critical at this stage, especially given this guy's already been on Death's Door once before. Going to do a focused heal again on, well, I think a party heal is still a good call. Yep. Functionally, that's going to be 16 health that we've just received, rather than probably a maximum of 10. Let's get a smite down to get this guy close to death in his next turn. Nicely done, and that Shank is probably going to drop another bleed on me. 17 damage. No. Look, the bleed has resisted, but we need to start being smarter about this. 27 stress. Sorry, 23 stress versus 25. We'll focus on the Jester, and when this battle is done, I'm probably going to be getting out of here. Let's have a look. Focus heal on the Crusader. That goes up by 12. Fantastic. Again, still taking some pretty substantial bleed damage on the Leper, and so we'll do another self-heal up for 12. Need to make sure that even though we are faffing, that we're still keeping our eyes on the prize. Let's hope this isn't a kill. It isn't. We're on turn 5 though, so we might start getting penalties for pacing things out for too long. A little bit of damage there, but I'm not too concerned. I've got a stack of food that I can eat to help these guys out, and all we take is a minor stress penalty. Let's take care of some of that on the leper. Down to 16, which is just fine by me, and a buff against stress. Shank on the back row, and it takes for 9. Does it hit the bleed though? Yes, it does. Alright, things are getting a little bit serious, but again, champion rounds are supposed to be. Oh, let's finish him off with a chop. Dodge! Damn it! Alright, who's up next? Finally taken care of there with the Crusader, and that was quite substantial. We need to get rid of some things in our inventory to make sure that everything is going to work out. That's a common item, but it's fine. We're not going to progress any further past here. Let's reimburse some of the damage we've taken on the Holy Waters. And let's call time. Let's call time before we get any greedier. Before we get any greedier, the key thing is we've actually done pretty well. We've got 18.5k in gold. We've got 9 deeds, I should say 13 deeds all up. An epic, epic trinket. 12 crests, 4 portraits, and 4 busts. Not a bad haul all up. Hopefully we don't get hopefully we don't get too many negative quirks. Everyone here that wasn't already a 6 is now a 6. Chance to turn any miss into a hit replaces Cove Adventurer. That's just fine by me. Same tweak comes through on the Jester, and finally early riser +2 speed of torch above 75. That's going to be really, really useful. Outstanding round. Outstanding round.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okie dokie. Well, that was quite intense. Everything was like lazy, boring, nothing's happening for 90% of the dungeon, and then towards the end everything got really, really hectic. That was a lot of fun. Oh, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. If you have, please click that like button down there. If you'd like me to do anything particularly in a different way, shoot me a comment. Once again, I've been Ahdoom. This is fun. Hit that subscribe button, watch my old playlist, do all the things, and I'll catch you guys next time.